Hi guys, it's Kamil here and I'm coming to you with my top favorite books of 2015. We will do it in three charts. First, top 3 non-fiction books, then top 3 comic books, then top 5 fiction books. We will leave fiction as the last part because obviously this is the cherry on top and everybody is looking probably to this part the most. First, before I start, few facts. I've read 72 books last year, which makes a bit more than 21,000 pages. And it's 20 books more if I compare it to 2014. So let's kick it off. At number 3, Citizen by Claudia Rankine. Claudia Rankine in this beautiful little piece of art addresses the idea of racial prejudices in the United States. And she does it in a very captivating, very thought-provoking form. She will leave you with tons of things to go through when you finish reading this little book. Top 3. Number 3. At number 2, The Yellow Wind by David Grossman. David Grossman written probably the most balanced, the most human, the most informative book about Israeli-Palestinian conflict that I've ever read. He tells a story of those that are affected by the conflict in such a gripping yet very compassionate way that you just fly through pages. It's a beautiful book if you want to learn a bit more about this area of the world and why for such a long time nobody could find the solution how to bring peace to Middle East. And at number 1, Yuval Noah Harari with Sapiens, History of Humankind. Brief, I don't know, but definitely a history. And the one that will take you by the hand and takes you out of the cage and brings you to our current modern time. It's informative, it's very intelligent, it's super funny, and it reads like a thriller. I will strongly recommend it to everybody that wants to know a bit about our civilization from psychological, anthropological, social point of views, historical. This is just mind-blowingly good. Definitely recommend it. Okay guys, let's get to the comic books, right? Top 3 as for comic books, and I'm trying to pick the third one. Yeah, I can feel it with my hands. Advent Tomin short comics. In this very modernly unheroic comic book, very low-key, Tomin addresses the idea of solitude, of seeking the understanding in the other person, and he does it through a variety of very unlikable characters, but in a way that it's stunning. I will strongly recommend it. It's number 3. At number 2, Pretty Deadly. This is probably one of very few comics written for grown-up people, with beautiful references to mythology and religion, great art. Strongly recommended. I loved it. Number 1, Beach Planet. The best way to describe it would be to quote one of my Instagram friends and say that it's The Handmaid's Tale on crack, speed, steroids. Choose whatever you like. This is an amazingly thought-provoking story about incredible patriarchal shit. And female role basically was minimalized to be a male companion. And those women that are against that end up on Beach Planet. Strongly recommended. I cannot wait for the second issue. Okay, now it's time for the cherry on top. And we start with top 5 favorite fiction that I've read in 2015. Number 5, Margaret Atwood, The Year of the Flood. Margaret Atwood proves again that it's possible to write incredibly gripping, entertaining story that is so thought-provoking. This is the book that I've read the fastest in 2015 and the one that I was running home to get back to. And I cannot wait for HBO to release their version of Mad Adam in series format, obviously. And you know who is directing it? Darren Aronofsky. It must be great, right? Number 5. Number 4, Serious Blues at Night by Shani Moto. This is great literature, period. But it's also the one that is able to represent non-cisgender characters. And the fact that it does it the way that literary critics are left in awe makes it so much special. If you feel that non-cisgender characters are not often enough represented in good literature, read this one. This is incredibly good. Number 4. At number 3, Alan Mabonku, Broken Glass. This book grows on me so much since I've read it. This is told in a stream of consciousness style mixed with folklore narration, story about visitors to a local pub in Congo, Brazzaville. It's a story about those that lost this game of life and are pushed to the side of society, told in a very human way with lots of references to literary canon, written in a beautiful manner, extremely good. Short one. please take it in your hand and read it. Anna Bonko is really not often enough mentioned on BookTube. At number 2, Hanya Yanagihara, A Little Life. A bit unrealistic, set as timed in a meta, a story about friendship, also addressing what is the worst in us. It reads as a bit dark fairy tale, and I think what Hanya Yanagihara did in this gripping, dark novel is quite remarkable. And at number 1, the best book that I've read in 2015, and probably no surprise to anybody that watches my videos, A Brief History of 7 Killings by Marlon James. This one, the story, focused around the attempt of assassination of Bob Marley, showcasing Cold War politics through great variety of incredibly well-developed characters, written in an amazing manner with great use of doped slang. It's amazing. It's pretty much everything I'm looking for in a book. Marlon James, A Brief History of 7 Killings. Also, link to my full-length review will be down in the box below. Best thing I've read this year. Okay guys, that's it. Tell me if you read any of those books. Tell me what you thought about them. Tell me what were your favorite reads in 2015. What are you planning for in 2016? And I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.